Hey, nerds, and welcome to the gutter. This is
Scream on the set.
Wait, what?
Someone said scream on the set.
Oh, scream on the set. Ouija. My name is Steven. This is the 19th episode of the second season of the Gutter Nerds podcast. Joining me today, in the center of the couch, is Bree Senpai.
Hello.
And next to her is Racy Rogue.
Hey guys.
Lauren, who did some bow throwing this weekend.
Bow
throwing them bows. This
I
is my
really can't
roller
wait.
derby impression.
I can't wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow's my first day back on skates. I'm so stinky.
Tomorrow's your first day back on skates.
Yes,
Are you
since my
working
surgery.
That's really cool.
Working tomorrow.
Dang it. I was
You-
going to say let's go skating.
Girl, I gotta skate at night.
I know, but I was just going to say we could go.
We could go to practice together.
That's such a long drive.
You know it's convenient. Your friend can drive, and she has a passenger seat.
She has a driver's
Kimba.
license. She can take you.
I would, but Attack on Titan just started. It's so good.
There's anime to be watched.
She's not hung out with me in like 2 weeks.
Anime to be consumed.
week.
All right,
All
let's
week.
just let you guys just throw right now. Start throwing bows. I'll go to the couch cam. So get ready to start throwing bows. You guys can handle it right now.
Anime is
Go right
more
there.
important. I agree.
Anime is more important than friends.
I
It's
agree.
me, Luigi. them bows are thrown. Hey, Corporate Cal. Hoping my computer does not hate me as well. I am here. It's crashed 4 times today. You need to get that shit fixed, buddy. I'm sorry.
You know what helps? Donating your old computer to a friend and then just buying a new one.
Oh yeah, you could do that. You could donate a computer to a friend in
For
need.
just
A friend in need. It's a friend
you
in
can
need.
give Lauren your computer and help a person in need. I wish this would go black and white. It would be really intense.
Oh God, I need
And
that.
then you have that ceramic lock. And
Make it fake
I
rain
need
on
that
me
filter.
right now. While I'm
I need that
playing.
filter real bad. How can
dead
I
air has arrived.
do that? Dead Air has arrived to defend the chat. Oh, it's Shark. Oh yeah, a spoiler. Next week, we're going to put together the most ambitious podcast crossover in history with a team of superheroes that we've created our Avenger squad, and Shark's superhero is called Dead Air,
Oh, okay.
which is really awesome.
We weren't invited to that party.
You were. Everyone was. You sure as shit were.
He gave you the look of
You were!
Oh, I don't
The
think.
intensity in your
I think I can't throw up a filter real quick. I was gonna try and throw up a filter.
Superhero names.
Uh,
I don't know what mine would be. Two hairs.
You're a bit laggy, by the way. Who's a bit
I have two
laggy?
different colored hair.
And I could give this bad
Still.
Mac laptop.
Man, it's really noticeable.
Would you throw you a shitty old Mac?
I mean, if it works.
It works.
I hate Apple, but I'll take it. I'll take your
Mac
sympathy.
computers are so confusing too. Like I don't understand.
It's
Macs?
for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
for gaming. It'll work.
What
I'm not using it for anything else.
have y'all been playing? Bree,
Um,
what you been playing?
Oh, Yakuza Kiwami, and I think that's how you say it. Whatever.
Was that Yakuza
Yakuza?
0?
It's the first one. So I played Yakuza 0 and beat
Okay.
it. Now I'm playing the first one
Okay.
because 0 is the prequel to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And you're enjoying it.
Yes, it's really good. It's really short though. It's only like 15 hours, so I'm about to beat it actually.
15 hours you would call short.
Yes.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
call 40 hours short, to be honest. Like, that's
Okay.
weak.
So, to me, 15 hours is full, and 30 hours is like long. I guess that also depends.
It's 30 hours with the side stories and everything that you can do.
Yeah.
But if you just solely do the main story, it's just a 15-hour game. And then, but the good thing is, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is coming out at the end of the month. Because they're redoing all of them. They're remastering
Oh, they're
all of them.
remastering the whole series?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So that one comes out on the 31st.
That's
and
down.
I'm like, yes.
That's down. Corporate Kelsey's been playing the restaurant game and the not sleeping game. I had a bit of that today. What have you been playing, Lauren?
I should be playing We Happy Few.
You should be. It came out.
I know.
God,
You
I'm
were so
avoiding
excited.
every single trailer, too. I told her,
I
she was
have
like,
to-
what?
Yes, because I was like, the 24th, I have to fucking buy it on the
Yeah.
24th. And I've been saving a small little fund for it.
Yeah.
But, like,
Your We
I've
Happy
had
Fund.
bills and shit to get through, especially after Gen Con.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it?
And so, Bree told me, like, what, the third or fourth day of Gen Con.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I had already spent all my money. All my money went.
Damn it!
Well, I had just found out about it too because it was all over YouTube, and I was like, "Wait, what the fudge?" I was like, "Wait, is this game already out?" I was like, "I didn't even get a chance. I didn't even get a chance to prepare." But it's fine. I really want Spider-Man. That's what I'm really looking
Spider-Man's
forward
gonna
to.
be the shit. Yeah.
I've been playing Vampire.
But you've been playing
Vampire.
Vampire? Vampire?
Vampire. It's Y. So it's Vampire.
Sounds whatever.
I had to restart it because Peter's like, oh yeah, the more people you kill, the easier it gets, and I had just killed
I
2 people.
remember, or the harder it gets.
No, the easier it is.
Oh.
The more people you kill, the easier it gets because you're not worried about the storyline. You're not worried about keeping
It's
those
like an
communities.
XP. That's the XP-driven part of that game.
So
Okay.
if you make it really easy, you gain more XP through killing people.
Interesting.
And it's really intricate, but like I looked at his character and he's like, oh, I didn't kill that many people, but his eyes were black and like veins all down his face. I'm like, you know what? I like the visual effect more than I do the story at this point.
Interesting.
So, but then he's like, no, the more people you kill, the worse your face gets. It makes you more like
Evil,
yeah,
in a way.
like
Corrupted.
incarnate, yeah.
I never knew that. I thought that was legit a joke. I didn't think you could legit play Skyrim on Alexa.
Oh, no.
it's for real.
That's for real, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's what Robotical Nick says. He's been playing Skyrim on the Alexa. So odd, so good. Shark has been playing Detective Pikachu
Oh,
and is now back to Pokemon Moon Edition.
does he have a voice for real?
He does. He has an actual voice, and it's a voice. It actually kind of sounds a little bit like mine, maybe a little deeper. He's just like, and it's not like, hey, I'm gonna go solve this fucking case. He's like,
Like, why
hi,
is
I'm
it not
Detective
Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
nice to meet you.
I think I would prefer that though because I wouldn't want him to be squilling at me all the time.
Right, and in the
Like-
film, Ryan Reynolds is gonna voice Detective Pikachu.
Oh. That's...
I wanted Danny DeVito,
No.
and so did a bunch of the internet.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, we'll have to solve this case, I guess. Pika Pika, motherfucker. Right?
You've been doing spot on.
I also
Like,
had a cigar for
voices,
some reason.
like,
Yeah.
You're on point. I have to do this to talk.
Mark-
Like,
shove
it's a
it.
jugular shot.
I can't do any of that.
the Mark said he's starting Witcher 3.
Yes, I
And
do
last week
know.
something. Witcher 3 is super awesome. You will like that. Oh yeah, Shark says it sounded like Bruce Willis, Pikachu. Steve-O is Pikachu confirmed. And yeah, Cal says the We Happy Few came out. That's what she started with. That's what she was saying. Yeah. She
Oh,
wanted
your computer's laggy, dude.
Yeah, we're super laggy.
Oh, well. Sorry guys. Pikachu goes gritty by drinking black. Or maybe Cal, you're just a little behind.
I think it's Calvin. I don't think it's you.
Hit pause and then play. Refresh. Everything seems fine on our end. But for me this weekend, I didn't really get to play anything. Computer died in the process. Of course
So
it
you
did.
missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened. So I spent the weekend at the Red 6 and Grill, the annual podcast meetup in Oklahoma. Nerdess Shark and I went up. We recorded an episode of a Gutter Nerds podcast episode with a bunch of guests. You'll see it next week. We'll be replaying it on our Twitch stream next Monday night in lieu of a live podcast. I recorded a show with Dustin Sells from Good Trash Media. We talked about Castlevania, and I'm going to air that as a mini cast after the end of that as well. And then I recorded with Red 6, and that's where you came up. You said to make jokes at your expense, and so that is on the
segment?
Red 6 episode
Yay!
coming down the pipe.
Oh, yay. I was like,
You were missed. JB, you were missed. But it was super, super awesome. Oh, Ouija's been playing Watch Dogs 2 and NMS No Man's Sky and Turbo something or other. I would probably
No
play
Man's
Turbo
Sky
something
for
or
a
other.
minute too.
I'm now I want to play it.
It's pretty good. I
Now I
actually really
want
like
to.
it. I just got
What,
stuck
No
in
Man's Sky?
Yakuza.
Missed seeing you there, Lauren, says Robotical Nick. Also, I need to pop. I promised Amber that I would pop her follow. So, Tiger Mojo, who followed us during the event, thank you for joining us in the gutter. We appreciate it. Amber does the social media marketing and other things for SoonerCon and is also an expert Nick roaster. Like, if you need to spit roast a Nick in, 10 seconds flat, she's got it refined. Steve was
not
very
loud
loud,
enough.
and Lauren is very soft.
I'm not loud enough. I'm sorry.
Get your
It
hair
could
out
be.
of here.
You could. Let me
right
see.
there.
Yeah, you're there.
I'm
I'll
like in
tweak it. While before So before I'm gonna get me off. No, I'm gonna have to be right. I asked you derby questions, which is not the same. That's true. It is not the same. Hold on, Lauren. You're number 1.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring you up a little bit. I'm gonna bring Bree up a little bit, and I'm gonna bring me down a little bit, and EQ us that way.
Joseph, let us know.
Hopefully that'll help a little bit.
Joseph, let us know.
Joseph let us nobles. Oh my god.
Okay,
tonight.
for the record, I have not had like
Funny jokes in a long
I
time.
haven't been able to like express my funniness with like you 4.
Do people not laugh
Yeah.
at your jokes when I'm not around?
No.
It's been
I'm just kidding.
Nobody laughs at my jokes.
Oh, you were being serious. Oh.
So today we're talking about the worst games, maybe not ever, but some of our personal just like, man, this game, I really don't like it. And if you guys in chat want to start thinking of like the worst game you ever played, or a game that you will not play, like no matter what, it left a bad taste in your mouth, or just really. But E.T. yells Mark right off the bat.
I had a feeling someone was going to say that.
E.T. on Atari 2600 is notoriously one of the worst games ever made. It was based on the movie, and it was one of those real quick like shovelware style, like we churned out a piece of crap that it's not even really beatable, and is now in landfills. Like E.T. is the story of E.T. is that it is like
That was a pretty
visible
intense movie,
in
actually.
landfills. Shark
Movie
says
about it. It's pretty good.
racing games in general, interesting. She can't do racing games unless I'm in a cidercade.
I feel her.
Shaq Fu, Dotus. What's wrong with Shaq Fu?
I thought it was really funny.
Oh,
I don't know if I can watch.
they're remaking Shaq Fu.
Yeah.
Shaq Fu is being redone. And the N64 Superman game, yes. That one is also notoriously bad. And Ouija has a question about the topic. Is there a difference between disappointing or just worst game ever? Okay, so yes, there is. There is a difference between an objectively bad game, like one that is very shittily put together, and one you just don't like. Today we're going to mix this a little bit. You can answer the question however you want to. It's like Superman 64 is a shitty game. It's a shitty game no matter who you are. But maybe there's someone out there who digs it even though it's crap. And vice versa. You may hate a game that's very well put together, but you can answer it how you want. Also, it was also one of the like 12 games I owned before I was 10. I did beat it, says Mark. Oh, E.T.? Really? Holy shit. We're not counting the football game with the electrified grid where the players vibrate around.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you can throw that out there if you want, but I think we're going to stick to video games. So, I'll start with Bree. Bree, what is one of the worst games you've ever played?
Well, that was really hard because I don't usually not like something. Generally, if I play it,
Bree, I find it distasteful to dislike things.
it was so hard for me. Like before I even came, I was
Really
like
what
asking
she's
my
saying.
boyfriend. I was like, "Oh God," I was like, "I don't hate anything. What the heck?" But there's this game he bought me, and it was Sword Art Online, and I
Okay.
love anime games.
Yeah.
But this game was so bothersome. Like it really irritated me. So it starts out great. Like you get to
I would like to see Bree irritated. Like, you two are like polar opposites, and you guys are besties, and so it's so funny to me. But
We're yin and yang.
I would...
Obviously.
Like, I just her sitting there and being like, oh, pancakes and pickles.
yes, it was so
God.
She really
irritating.
does do stuff like that. She's like, oh my, cheese and rice. And I'm just like,
So-
Jesus Christ is not a curse. Like,
So what was the issue?
So like you start off and you're like, and they're like, okay, you're gonna play Sword Art Online. You're gonna be an Elfheim, and I'm like, awesome. I wanted to do that because it's in the game. It's fascinating. But when you create your character too, so I was like, cool. I get to make my person. But the whole entire time you play that game, your voice is Kiryu, the main character.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. Like they even give you the option to pick a voice. So it's like, oh, this is my voice. I picked a high-pitched voice. Like this is me. I named my person. But throughout the whole game, you are steady Kiryu. So it doesn't even matter. And it really irritated me.
Okay.
And I was like, why do I sound like a dude? And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And it was so irritating. because every time we go to a cutscene, I was him. But it was like, well, why did I make my person?
You made a character,
Yeah.
but the game was about him.
Him. And I was like, okay, well, why did I even need to make my person if it was just going to be him? So then I was just really irritated and didn't even finish it.
Interesting.
Yeah. He was like so mad at me, and I was like, no, I'm not finishing this because I can't be the person I want to be.
So the thing that made this game bad to you is like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to be able to make my own character and do my own thing in this universe, but not.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like, oh, just kidding.
Yeah. I have the same problem with Final Fantasy X, says Luigi. Spoiler alert. 10 is his worst game ever. That hit me right in the heart.
Oh, yeah, you always bring that one up,
I
too.
do. I love 10 so much. Tell me why, Luigi. Why allow yourself to change your name? In FX, everyone calls you Cloud. Anyway, no one calls him by his name. No one verbally says his name in 10. That's why we argue about whether it's Titus or Titus.
Oh, okay.
But he does have a name, like in the lore, like in the story, but no one ever uses it. So you can change your name, even though that's how they did it, because 10 was the first Final Fantasy with a voice cast.
Oh, okay.
And so in all of the other Final Fantasy games, you could rename your character, and people would, in the text, would call you your character's name, because it's customizable. But in 10, because it was voice acted, they just never said your name. But it also didn't really make any sense, because it definitely was a character.
Yeah.
Same in 10-2. They never say his name in 10-2 either. And then I typed out Cloud every time. They typed out Cloud, yes, that's true. And you could change Cloud's name, but again, even in 7, like, it really is Cloud. Like,
Yeah,
it's
just like, why would you change
his
the name? Or why would you just change the person? It's just so weird.
Most of, like, starting with Final Fantasy, like, 6, I'm gonna guess, maybe 5, it really is like, why would you change the name? The character is sort of ascribed.
It's really weird.
So that's a good complaint. That's a good complaint. Luigi. But really, one of the worst games, did you finish it? Did you finish Final Fantasy X? That's my question to you. Lauren, what is one, and if you guys have multiples, like, I'll come back around.
I was about to say, I've got like 3 or 4.
Okay, start with one.
Right.
What is one of the worst games you've ever played?
So, I was an only child. My friends were only children, so we all had birthday parties at like Chuck E. Cheese and like Putt Putt, right? So, I remember there being a buzzer game where you just have to hold on to it until you can't stand it. And so, it's been banned because there's controversy of if it's just a heavy vibration or if it's actually shocking you.
Oh.
And so the reason I hated it is because one of the first games I ever played was not a vibrating one. And so to this day...
You hold on to this thing at a Chuck E. Cheese and it shocks the shit out of you?
So, like, have you seen one of those, like, love machines?
Yeah.
Like the old ones. And you have to, like, it's a handle, but it's, like, enclosed. So when you press the button, it comes in.
Yeah.
And you just have to hold it with, like, your significant other. It's like that, except it's all metal.
Yeah.
And it's sincerely metal. And so I think either my dad was doing it or my uncle was doing it. And he's like, hey, touch this little part right here. Sure enough, and it shocked the shit out of me.
Fuck!
And for a long time, I just told everybody I had a birthmark, but for a long time, there was like a pinprick, just a little bitty thing. It looks like it just dabbed my finger with a pen. But like, there was significant
Like it
coloration.
damaged you?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I'll never forget
thing
it.
might have been broken. Like you might have hit it, like... I don't
know.
think that was supposed to leave a permanent scar on you.
Well, I mean, we're kids of the 90s, like... They're just going to let that go anyway.
Mark, you heard they said Titus's name in Kingdom Hearts? I guess that could be canon. I did finish it. I hated it, says Luigi regarding Final Fantasy X. I hated the experience of it, Steve-O. I'm sorry, buddy, but no. I love you, but that game is not worth all those hours. So I have one similar, Luigi, that I'm going to say in a moment. Sharks' Home Alone 2, Lost New York on the NES. And JB says Superman 64. That's the second time we've heard Superman 64 today. Pissed me off lots. I'll ask you why, JB. I think I know why, but you tell me why. So, in y'all's games that you mentioned, Sword Art Online, and what was the name of this one? Do you remember?
No. It was like Strongman or something.
Shock Me Billy.
Strongman.
Strongman? Yeah, it could have been that. You talked about what made them bad and what parts of them were bad. Were there any redeeming qualities to either of these games?
Hell no.
Yeah, if I were to play it, I would literally just play as Kiryu.
Okay.
Like, if I really, like, mustered up the courage and got past the irritation of that game, I would just play as Kiryu and try to finish it. Because I've heard they're good games, but I just can't get past that part.
If you could get over your own disappointment.
Yes.
You think so this, because your complaint was very specific with this game. Normally I would ask what kind of person could possibly enjoy this game. Someone who doesn't need a character customization, right?
Yeah.
Or who's not going to be thrown by the fact that a character customization exists.
Yeah.
But you don't use it. Like,
or someone who
knowing
just loves
that before.
Sword Art Online that much.
Someone who's a huge Sword Art Online
Yeah.
fan would probably dig the game.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because they even came out with, like, because there's, like, different online worlds they go to. Like, there's Elfheim and then there's, like, Gun Gale. Okay. They just came out with Black Bullet on the Steam, and it's called Gun Gale. But you do create your character, and the story is based off of your character. And it's just the other, like, Sword Art Online anime characters around helping you. So It's not like you're just playing as Kiryu. You're playing as your own character, like how it should have been in the other one.
Gotcha.
So that's what makes that one, I guess, better.
Better? Mm-hmm. Lauren, who would... Shock and Strongman... Who would possibly enjoy that game?
Calvin.
Is there...
Calvin. Oh, you're so right, though. It would be a challenge.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna get...
I'm gonna win, I swear.
He's sitting there, his arm is on fire. I think I can do it.
He'd probably be like,
You just
excuse
see
me,
his
this
veins.
is not right.
They're
I know
red.
I am stronger than this machine. This is not right.
This machine is rigged, y'all.
I have a quick story. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings. You know those punch machines where you hit the bag and it like rates how hard you punch it? We went as a group to Buffalo Wild Wings once, and everybody went up, and I can't punch for shit. If I was in a bar fight, I'd be like, and they'd just like shove me out the window. So we go up, and they're like, Calvin hits the thing, and he gets like a 641 or something like that, just for the sake of argument. And they're like, Steve-O, go up, and I'm like, guys, it's just, they're like, no, go do it. We want to laugh, and I'm okay. So I go up, and I hit the thing. And I beat Calvin's score. And he was like, we got to do it again. No, do it again. And I was like, nope, that's all I need. All I need is to needle you, so I'm done. I'm done for the night.
Oh my gosh.
So, yes. Yeah, okay, you guys are on the same page with Home Alone there. One of my most hated games of all time is not an objectively bad game, but I hated it. And it was called Tales of the Abyss. There is a series of RPGs, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Legendia, Tales of blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Tales of the Abyss was on PS2. And just the main story, just like the main quest, maybe some light side questing, was like 90 hours. And that in itself is not okay for me. I just don't. But it could have been okay. Except that the main character, so we've talked about like whiny characters in games before, whether fairly or unfairly. This was the whiniest, complainiest motherfucker in the history of games who just complained about shit nonstop. And I was like, I hate this. I want this main character to die. I'm rooting for it. I'm going into battle. I'm like, kill him off, kill him off, kill him off, kill him off. Like, he survived. Damn. But I didn't even get like fun from that. It was also the worst writing ever. Like every little dumb trope that happens, like every sort of trap that you could fall into with like a JRPG or an anime. One of those things where it's like they reference the mystical writing on this wall, we can't decipher it. And one character has like the ellipsis, you know, that noticeable like and they turn to him and they're like what is it? What's on your mind? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, he literally was turning like, I can't tell you, it's too pertinent. It's too important. I can't say it. And I'm like, God damn it, just talk to him. Just talk to each other. And so everything that happened during this long, drawn out fucking grind of a game was everything that I just hated every time. And it was co-op. And I love everything co-op. And it ruined co-op for me for a little bit. Like, I played with Sam, like, every night we put, like, We met twice a week and put 6 hours in every meeting into this game, and just got nowhere. It felt like I was on a treadmill that was whining me the whole time. Why are you doing it? Why can't you use this magic? Why? I'm so angry at my station in life. And I'm like, I just got so damn mad. Hey, Creepy Killer, welcome in. FFX is exactly like that for me too, says Luigi. Yeah, and I get it. I completely disagree about Final Fantasy X, but I understand that feeling of like, oh, this is just like dragging on. Titus is so whiny. You know.
So were you trying to be a voice actor in another life? Because
yes, no, I was trying to be a voice actor in this life.
I was about to say, because
I've tried to be a voice actor in this life. I had one of my biggest the biggest events of my life. I went to an ACON, and they had a voice actor panel. And in the panel, they could have volunteers come up, and they do the 3 beep system where you read lines, boop, 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 and then you start the line. And so they would play a video, and you would go up and do a live read of a voice, like for the character, like do that. And so I volunteered to go up, and I read the line, and it went pretty well. He was like, you did great, just like slow it down a bit, because I did it too fast. So I slowed it down a bit, and they standing, the place went nuts.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I was like, voice this old man, and one of the Funimation gals pulled me aside, and they were like, let me get your number. That was fantastic. But I never heard back from him.
Aww.
And so I was like, I had that moment of like, this is it. My life was just, I just did the thing. I know what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And then just weeks went by as I slowly deflated, and my life tumbled into like this ever-growing chasm of darkness and hate. Long time no see, you too, Creepy Killer. I also have feelings about Area 51 Site 4 substantially worse than the original. That's true. Area 51 is an arcade cabinet with like the light guns where you shoot aliens.
Oh, yeah.
And Area 51 Site 4 was like someone had seen the outside of the Area 51 arcade cabinet and decided to make a game too without actually having played. Like it controlled awful. It was awful. Oh wait, that huge ice cream cone is actually a cup full of liquid? My whole life has changed around me. Let's take a moment and appreciate Breeze here.
Please
I'll
do.
Show the good people at home this giant. Good God.
Just for reference.
So
For
what's
just $5, you can buy this full ice cream cup.
what is in that?
It's just water. What?
She doesn't drink soda, Steven.
Yeah, it's just water. Oh, it's so good too. Could be sparkling, but I don't know, you know?
I might have been a little crazy today. You have this giant...
You really should see her when she's angry. It is adorable. She's like, you just have no idea. I'm like, yes, I do. I have all the ideas.
And Skrillex14, hello, welcome to the gutter. How's your evening, Skrillex? We're talking about worst games ever. Tell us one of the worst games you've ever played. It doesn't matter if it's bad or whatever, but just tell me a game that you couldn't finish, a game that you hated, a game that made you angry. I'm sorry, what?
I was commenting on chat. They said water and LSD.
Oh.
And the story she said, Fernando's like, oh good, I'm going to buy it for you. I'm like, that's why he bought it for you. Because he just lined it with LSD to see his reaction.
Wow. Brie would just be wow.
No. I see
everything?
her turning into me.
Oh,
I
on that,
do.
she's getting
She's
more
like,
like dark. She's
this
like,
is what life is really like.
maybe I will commit murder. Like, just kill him like around the corner. Creepy Killer says he'll buy it for $30.
No.
You could get six.
No.
You can get 6 water carriers for $30.
Yeah, but this was the last one.
Oh,
There's a reason.
I guess it'll be 300, Creepy Killer. Okay, so what else do you have? Do you have any secondary ones that made you crazy? Go right ahead, Lauren.
Fuck Bloodborne.
Oh, fuck you! Get out of my house!
Well, you know what? Final Fantasy X didn't do it for you.
Assassin's
Bloodborne
Creed
does.
3. The one with Connor.
We're killing you a little soft.
Okay, we'll start with Bloodborne.
Okay.
Look.
Okay.
What made Bloodborne bad for you?
So, I loved the graphics. I
Yeah.
loved everything up to the part where I couldn't fucking do anything past the first scene. Mm-hmm. I was on that shit for 6 hours.
Wait, which
like,
part?
okay, so like you and the Sam thing?
Yeah.
Committing all that time, I could not. I looked up cheats. I looked up everything. I could not get past that first scene. So I will not play it because I'm a sad gamer. But
I
it was horrible in the fact that...
To be fair, Bloodborne doesn't let you... Like, it doesn't tell you how to, like, level up. And you can only level up, like, after a certain point. So, like, you know, there's, like, the dream that's, like, the hub area of the game. And then you go out into Yharnam, which is the city. And in the dream, there's this doll. And for the first little bit of the game, she's just, like, laying there, nothing. But she is who you talk to level up. But you can only do that, like, after you've gotten to a certain point in the game. Like, it's like the first boss or something. Like the bridge cleric beast or something, I think. But it doesn't tell you that, so you're just like wandering around and you're like, well, what the fuck do I do now? I just keep getting handed to me. Like I'm getting handed. Scrubs, can't remember what it was. It's a horror mission game. If you can help narrow it down, we can try and help you figure it out.
That just sounds fun.
Creepy Killer's this deal for $300, but he wants that one specifically.
Oh.
I think it's because you're famous. And he wants famous...
Or if he wants the LSD that make him just like Brie. Trust me too.
You all just need your joy,
I want to be like Brie. Okay, so was there anything redeeming about Bloodborne to you? Is there anything that would get you to go back to play it again?
If I can get past the first fucking part, yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you just had...
Assistance, maybe?
Scratchy? Is it Scratchy?
Is that better?
I don't know.
I might be. Okay.
Hi, Game Guy.
Sorry.
Hello, Game
Hey,
Guy.
Game Guy.
Oh, look. Game Guys are 1 year sub.
Game Guy's playing Warframe and forgetting that we exist.
He's
That's
our
okay.
1 year sub.
He is.
I
He's
love
our 1 year
those-
sub in there.
I love those
and,
new little gutter.
And I think Joseph Nobles is a 1 year sub too.
Did I miss
Yes,
that?
yes.
There
There's
he is.
Joseph Nobles.
I'm so
A
sorry.
little 1 year
Those
sub.
1 year subscribers.
Aren't the
I love
badges
the
cool?
badges.
Yes, they're very cute.
They're super
I want
awesome.
a badge and I don't have one because I'm horrible and I hate my life.
I'm the 14-month sub. Get wrecked.
Ooh.
Says
Oh.
Game Guy. Is the 14.
I'm excited to see what those 2 year subs would look like, Steven.
When we get we have to become partner to be able to use the bigger ones. We have to use. Lauren needs to learn how to play games, says Ramon
Wow.
Penguin.
Next
The
to
first
it was a
thing.
masterpiece.
No. I had to have a Dark Souls. The first time I played Dark Souls, I had to have a Dark Souls player sit with me and hold my hand through it. Joseph, thank you for the pride cheer of one
Ramon
hundo.
Penguin can't even talk. We tried to play the game together, and it made us both so angry. We were just like, oh, we're good. We're done.
I want
had
to
to
point
look at
out that Fernando has not talked to me in person in like a year. And this is the first thing I
And
get.
comes into. And thank you, Joseph, for the cheer, and thank you, Mark, for
Game
for literally one-upping Joseph.
Yeah.
With 101.
Get him, Mark.
With a PogChamp cheer. Game Guy says, also hi, Bree and Lauren.
Hello.
It was this one level I could not get past this, Skrillex. I tried, looked it up on YouTube to pass it, did exactly what it said and still couldn't pass it. Okay, so
Thank you.
To you, similar to Bloodborne, like you can,
I would love to play that game.
yeah.
If, I hate to say it, like, I know we just had this topic, but if it had a difficulty setting and it said, you are an idiot, choose this level if you are the newest noob of all time, I would hit that fucking button just to
need
get
a mic.
past that first part.
You just need a mic to sit with you and go that way, like, you know, as you go.
Man, I hate when I'm
I
playing
feel like
Yakuza and it
Mike
does that
wouldn't
to
do
me.
that, but I appreciated
I
it.
hate the one-up game, Joseph. No, it's a fun game. You'll like it.
You really do, because it more money.
Yeah.
More money.
Yeah, no, Mark, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Everybody, you're supposed to cheer. That's why we have ranks up there. Yeah. That's what it's there for.
Do the thing.
What was the game that you mentioned?
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed 3. Okay, so what made 3, what was the bad part about 3 to you?
It wasn't really, no, it was bad. It was just really boring.
Okay.
Like, it just got to a point where it was like, what am I even doing anymore?
There was
I
too
thought
much
it was-
stuff in it to do, like the
Yes.
hunting and the...
And then it was like, wait, am I working for my dad or not? Like, is this my dad or
Right,
not? It's
yeah.
like, it was so confusing, but I loved everything about it. Like, it was cool. Like, this was a Native American. Like, you got
Yeah.
to play as Connor, and like, then you got to see both sides, but it was still like, what is going on? And it was so intense, but it was really cool and beautiful at the same time.
I did really like 3.
But 3 is what ruined Assassin's Creed for me for the longest time.
To me, it was the second Ezio one.
Oh God, I love Ezio. I loved all of Ezio's
Brotherhood.
games.
Brotherhood, I was like, oh, no, all of this, like, tower
There was a
defense
lot,
shit
yeah,
was just
yeah.
annoying.
Maybe
Maybe it's mine.
It may
could
be mine.
Here,
Mine was on the inside. It was
grab
probably
your
mine.
main
Okay.
or that
Can you mute
bit
me for a second?
down there. Not I can mute us. Yeah, hold on a second. You guys sit tight while we figure this out. Okay, I pulled us back, guys.
I'm gonna unplug and replug.
Okay. Lauren's gonna unplug and replug.
Blowing
Maybe
it a
that
little
one.
bit.
I just went to Gen Con and played on a Sega, and I was like, "Oh, do the thing, blowing it."
Yeah.
And Peter's like,
Like, this
Goodness.
satisfies you.
Goodness. The game made you so mad. I totally understand that, Skrillex. Absolutely understand that. You guys keep us posted. If it's still, like, crackling and stuff, I'll just make sure that... Here we go.
Oh, if I had to
Okay.
pick a game on, like, the Super Nintendo, I thought it was really cool and it was amazing, but it was really hard, and it made me never, ever want to play it. I never got a chance to finish it, but it was Batman on the Super
On the
Nintendo.
Super NES.
Yeah, it sucked. I couldn't get past the part where you were playing, where you had to fight Joker on the roller coaster. And
Yeah.
I could never get past Joker on the roller coaster, and it really irritated me.
When a game crashes, I should tear open my hard drive and blow in it. Says game guy. Yeah.
"This is why I do not have expensive things."
A couple of other games that really, really upset me. I tried to, and again, if it's a co-op game and I can't get through it, it's got to be really bad. It was a game called Zeros, and it was one of the games with gold on Xbox. I think it was probably also on PS4. It was on this current generation. It's probably on Steam as well. But it's like a space, like you're in space and you're two sort of cartoony characters, and it's like a brawler. And there's some platforming elements to it as well. And it's just, the controls are real sloppy. Hit detection is bad. The abilities you have are not very intuitive. Like, you don't really know what you can and can't do. And blocking doesn't really work. And so it really feels just like they sort of half-assed shit out this game and tossed it out there without any QA whatsoever. And I wanted to finish it so bad because we sort of, once I get to a point in a game, I kind of force myself to
Yeah.
finish. And I couldn't, and I'm so mad because it was so hard. Like, not just hard though. Like it was like the shit doesn't work kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's that. And
Oh, you look like you didn't know. You look so confused at
No,
me. Like,
I'd have been like,
sorry, I read the expression wrong.
the notification pop for the podcast on Twitter didn't pop up until just now.
Ooh.
Well,
I'm guessing it was me.
You know,
Well.
sometimes I feel that way about Monster Hunter. I really like it, but sometimes the controls are like, okay, that's cool. Why is there a lock-on button if you're not locking on to what I need to lock on to? And why aren't you turning in the direction of the monster to hit the person? Like, I'm
That
not even
sounds
kidding.
frustrating.
Like, you lock on, and she's, like, facing this way, but the monster's behind you, but you're locked on, and she's just like this. And I'm like, okay, we need to turn around.
Hooray.
I'm like, that's not how this goes. Like, I locked on for a reason.
also, Skrillex14, thank you for the follow. That apparently happened like 6 minutes ago, and it apparently didn't tell me, and it apparently
JB
didn't
Chicken.
jump. So, oh my goodness, I need to do the. Wow, it really did not at all. Like, Streamlabs is not hitting that. Okay, so
JB Chicken.
you deserve
JB Chicken.
a JB Chicken dance. I appreciate the follow. So this, I can't even do it. I don't want to repop a different alert because it's gonna have someone else's name. Scrolls, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know why it didn't alert. I don't know why, but
It's okay.
we do. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you. Appreciate it. When it comes up, if it does like fix, then I'll pop it up. But we do want to give you a shout out. Thank you for the love. One of the games that I also really hated was Unlimited Saga on PS2, and it was a Square Enix game that came out between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2.
I feel like I heard of that before.
And I was looking for an RPG to play to pass the time between these two games, and the exploration is all done in menu. So if it's like you're in town, so do you want to go to like the tavern, the barracks, the
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But so it was all just menu based, and then the battle was like stilted and wonky, and so it was not my kind of RPG. If you're like into menus and like reading and stuff, it might be your thing. It had kind of a nifty art style where it was like kind of like 2D, but I hated that. I just immediately was like, no, not my thing. This is not for me. Anything else? Any other games or from chat? Any other games that like were just the like
No, not for me.
really pissed you off?
I'm always
get
curious
into-
what Brie hates because it's really,
Well,
really
I don't
fair.
hate them. They're just irritating. There's a difference. I don't hate them.
Limbo. Why? Skrillex, why Limbo?
Ooh.
You got Brie. Brie in her heart. In her Brie heart.
That's such a cute game. It's so
And
I
like
played
kind of
it. I
creepy.
actually have.
And
I know you would play Limbo.
Yeah.
I know you would.
I had to make Peter finish though.
is Limbo is
Why?
unforgiving.
Is it
Spider.
But you have unlimited retry. Like you can just go. Like you can just.
However, the
Do it,
ending
do it, do it.
is messed up. The ending's BS. Like, I don't know what that even was. That was
I
really
don't even remember the
disappointing.
ending if I'm being honest. Uncharted. The first Uncharted, Luigi. Is it because aiming and shooting is kind of shitty? Because it kind of is.
Oh, it kind of was. Yeah,
it's
I
kind of
agree.
slippery but this is what I chalked. This is how my brain made it work because I love the rest of Uncharted. Was like, he's not a soldier. He's not. I'm assuming Nathan Drake's not like trained in firearms. He's just out doing stuff and trying to get by.
He just
so
knows
if
how to
he's
climb
not very good at
everything.
shooting, why would I be any good at shooting? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was how my brain made that work.
I just always saw him as an adventurer. I never felt the need to, like, I know we had to use guns, but I was like, okay.
do I
It's like
have
Tomb
to?
Raider. It's like
can't
she
I
doesn't.
just sneak
Yeah.
by?
It's like, can I make a bow and arrow? Like,
It's really cute when you get spit roasted by a spider legs. That's big guy.
that was really intense. Like, you'd just be like walking up the spider, and it was like, stab. Guess you're not going any further. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
the control. If it was because I thought like you two, I can see that. I can see why those controls, but I let that go because the rest of it was so
The
enchanting.
game was so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved all of them. They're wonderful.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we start to wrap up and do the wrap up show thing. Something else. I don't know that JB ever said, but Superman 64 is really bad because Superman is this basically sort of semi-invincible alien, right? Mm-hmm. And flies around, lots of powers and stuff like that. But the whole game is done on a timer. Like, you have to continually fly through rings to keep your energy,
Oh.
or else it'll just time out and game over. And then on top of that, like, the graphics and stuff are really bad. You're flying around and it's like completely cloudy. You know how like Silent Hill?
Yeah.
But it's not atmospheric. It's just like, I can't see shit and I'm flying down through downtown Metropolis. Like, I guess I just can't. So the whole game sort of didn't work. Tomb Raider is poor in terms of story.
That one got me.
I would say the first game. I would agree.
The first game's a little light on
Yeah.
like
See,
story and stuff.
I'm just positive on loving the stories.
And as a kid, I could never get a hold of flying. So I think one of the big things, I guess, is like controls. Is you have to have, if the controls are sloppy, that's sort of a big bash against being a game that you continue playing. Also, being lost immediately. Like if you play 6 hours into a game and you go lost, you're not sure what to do. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can explore, or even if I have to look it up, that's one thing. But if the first thing you do is like get stuck or lost in a game, you're like, well, not playing this one. Is that fair?
Yeah.
That's sort of what happened with Bloodborne, right?
No. I mean, like, there was no tutorial, there was no nothing. Like,
Yeah.
the first thing you do is it's almost like a...
You get captured, right? Yeah, you get like captured
Yeah.
and then you're like laying on that table.
Yeah.
And then you like wake up and then you figure out it's like all a dream. You're supposed to get hit by that dog or whatever. And you're like, well, okay, that's cool. Just try to fight this thing for like 2 hours, but whatever.
Shark hates Cookie
that's my
Clicker
thing.
with an evil grandma slave legion who just fucks with you. Wow.
Oh gosh, Fernando loves Cookie Clicker. Everybody was on that thing at work and I was like, why?
Is it a mobile game?
It's a game. Well, if we're talking about the same thing, there's a game that you play and it's on the computer and you literally click a cookie and you get a bunch of cookies. And then you buy more cookies with like the money you got from like all these cookies. Like I don't understand the point of it, but like everybody was on it at work and I was like, okay, that's cool.
Huh. Interesting. It's a collector game. Yeah, that makes sense. So I hope that you find closure with that game. with you specifically, I hope that you find closure, because I feel like that's something that like weighs on you, you know? Like the games you don't finish, and that may be a good podcast. Like the games you got close
Sword
but
Art
never
Online.
finished.
I ain't gonna
Like you
finish
just let it go. Is an idle clicking game in a website you can literally ignore it. Yeah, but I could also see the appeal there too. Okay, guys. Next week we're not going to have. We will have a show. There will be a show here, but it's not going to be a live podcast. It's going to be the pre-recorded event from this last weekend from Red 6. Bloodborne is trash. Don't even try. Please save yourself. Ramon, shush.
Too savage.
Bloodborne's gorgeous.
Too savage.
And
I'll
perfect.
throw it at you.
And perfect.
It's just a little misunderstood. That's all.
I'm not gonna bash it. I think it's really cool that everybody can. A lot of people are good enough to play that game.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we will have a show next week. It'll be pre-recorded, but come by then. The next stream.
If Cal was here, I bet you would have said he hated Fortnite.
Yeah, Cal would have said Fortnite. I think he said Fortnite last week immediately. Cal's a PUBG guy though, so he's a company man.
Those graphics are just so bad to me.
In PUBG?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are.
I just
We
can't.
should have a Brie Calvin fight podcast because that would be so
Oh,
interesting.
a podcast with only Bree and Cal.
Oof.
You know what? It would be like wrestling. So like we have to tap you
Brie
out, give you a
versus
minute,
Cal.
and then we'd be the announcers. It's like, well, Steven, what did you think of that one? Oh, well, that was so good.
Stop.
Bree really gave it to Cal. He seemed to have no idea what you were talking about.
Hi, completely agree, Steven.
I love dealing with computer issues.
This whole time, I'm so
You
sorry,
didn't even spell
buddy.
time right. You spelled tie.
Drunk Dialing's the worst game I ever played, says Joseph Nobles. When we talk about FFX, Steven, just reach out. I'll tell you everything I didn't like about it. Ouija, if you guys are part of the Gunners Discord, just let Bree do her own stream. It's true, yeah. Yeah, we do have a Gunners Discord. If you guys redeem Nerd Cred or if you're a subscriber, then you get access to our Discord. You can come in and continue to talk about the podcast. So Ouija, in our Discord, there's a podcast postmortem channel where you can keep talking about stuff after the podcast is over. So do go in there and let me know everything you didn't like about Final Fantasy X. And if you guys have more games, if you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on like iTunes or something, tweet us out or leave a comment down below and let us know a game that you hated and why. Like, go for it. Unload on a game. Just vent. Get it out. Get the demons out. Get the demons out and we'll dance with the demons.
Yeah, I just
Play with
couldn't
them.
think of anything like a gosh, Lee. Like,
I don't know. I think probably the winner, probably the worst game out of all of these, I have to say, is probably the game that
Shocked me.
injures you when you play it. Right?
I
The
keep
only-
looking.
I'm imagining like this game where you go up and you like put a quarter in and you're like you have to pay to play it, you know?
Yeah.
So you go and you put a quarter in and it's like, all right, put your face up next to the thing and you do that and it just like spits in your face. I'm like, wow. Why would I have paid for that?
Probably the worst game is Russian roulette. Corporate Cal takes it.
Skrillex, we have a community Discord. This is the Good Noodle Gang Discord there. It's our community. There's a lot of great people, very positive people and streamers in there as well to join it. For our personal Discord, it's only open to subs and regulars right now. So like the people who redeem Nerd Cred can redeem for a Discord invite for personal. But you can start by going to the Good Noodle Gang Discord and hang out with there. I know a version of what Lauren's talking about. The ones I saw were Uncle Fester from the Addams Family.
Thank God somebody validated that because it just sounds like I'm going on just a huge
Lauren was
rant.
like, there's
That's
this game in this
unbelievable.
arcade, and it was like, I'm like, were you in an arcade or were you
was
like
at-
like
I was at
your
Chuck
uncle's
E.
house?
Cheese.
Like that he was like, here,
I
touch
was
that.
at Chuck E.
Ow.
Cheese.
It was at
Chuck
Chuck E.
E.
Cheese.
Cheese. I'm not kidding. But like, again, like being a little kid, like frequent friends, birthday parties,
Right.
all that, it was gone the next time I went. So it was whatever. But I'm glad somebody, especially Shark, like Sharks are information
Shark
tech.
has the
She's gonna
information
know.
as well. Yeah.
I don't like any shooting games at like arcades. They're so boring.
But like, I grew up on Jurassic Park.
Some of those really good ones like Time Crisis.
Nah, I'm good.
That reminds me.
I'll get in there
I
and
need
play
to show
Luigi
you pictures
at
from Gen Con.
at Dave and Buster's. You can play Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, with
that's
the
really cute.
And that
I
one's
have
really
played
fun.
these. Yeah, and you like hit the button to like,
Yeah.
and you swing them left.
I
right.
like the
Yeah.
really big
That was
Space
pretty
Invaders
cool.
they got now too. That one's really fun. Too.
Well, Mark, it may have been dumb for you, but trust me, I will remember.
The the concept was super dumb. So guys, the last thing that we do before we call it a night is we go to the Gutter Nerds fan can. This is basically just like an Ask Us Anything can. You can redeem the nerd cred we've been talking about to add something to the can. You can tweet us at Gutter Nerds using hashtag FanCan. So I'll pull one, and y'all can fight over who pulls the second one.
I've been here, you know. I make you and Cal feel so guilty.
This.
What you talking about?
Oh, I just made Cal feel guilty because, like, the first time I saw him was, like, last Monday. I was like, after 3 shows, huh? Finally here?
Yeah. You wasn't here for the put together the studio one.
I was here.
No, yeah, you were.
Okay.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
But you're my best
We're
friend.
ragging on Cal right now.
Oh.
I'm used to drink myself. I'm like, absolutely,
me
so why
like
not?
that.
Shark would
You like that?
play
I don't
the
know,
shocking
why?
Uncle Fester game.
See.
She's like, oh, injure myself?
See.
I like Adam's Family. Bonus. Okay, here's a question. Speaking of nerd cred, should I try to save up for a Gutter Nerd shirt or just keep adding fan can questions? I think you should keep adding fan can questions.
I like shirts.
I like shirts as well, but that's up to you, dude.
Yeah, I think you should just keep
Whatever
adding.
gives you more joy.
You also told me not to be at one, yells Corporate Cal. I said it was fine if you weren't. I never tell you not to be here.
That's
Oh.
I said it was
That's
fine.
true.
Dad didn't
That's
tell
true.
you no.
Dad didn't tell you no. All right, Lauren.
Go on, it's your question, girl.
I know. I'm looking.
Did you
at
have to
all the
use
questions.
Google to figure out?
I've not heard this name before, and so I had to look it up. But I'm actually very impressed.
Okay.
So, if you can hire U-Ball to make one video game movie, what game do you choose? I didn't know who U-Ball was.
Uwe Boll, he's German. He's a German director and makes some of the worst video game movies of all time, including, but not limited to, Alone in the Dark, House of the Dead, Blood Rain. Like, these are all Uwe Boll films, and they were wretched and atrocious. The one that actually was not the worst was a game movie called Postal, based on the first-person shooter Postal. Because it sort of he didn't take himself seriously in that one. But they're very, very bad. UWE. I'll spell
Well,
it.
if I had
It's
to pick, since he does like horror, and it's already a terrible game.
Or U-Bowl, like the...
I'd pick The Evil Within. He could do The Evil Within. That'd be cool.
But The Evil Within is so, like, cerebral and, like, lots of layers to it. He would just...
It's already a bad
would
game,
just
though. So, I think it'd be cool.
What?
It's okay. It's
At
not
the
Final
end?
Fantasy.
At the end, you toss in Evil Within as a...
I'm sorry. You know, I didn't want to put no one out there like that.
No! Disagree! Violently! Says Shark. Postal does have a movie with Luigi.
Gotten
And it's
to
goofy.
play the second one yet, though. And I heard
3
it's way
with
better.
the dagger. No.
No, with the dagger. She had the dagger.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
She just daggered us. GTA 5, says Mark, for a Uwe Boll film.
Oh, that'd be
GTA 5.
cool.
GTA 5 is a heist movie. I want someone like Michael Mann or Ridley Scott to do that. No. Who would I hire Uwe Boll to direct? Yeah.
Alice Madness Returns.
It would
I
be
was
really
trying to
bad.
think.
It would be so bad, and that's such a great
See,
game.
but at the same time, you would have to have somebody who's just wicked enough to make that kind of game.
I'm not Shyamalan should make that.
Oh, hell no. You put Tim Burton. You put Tim Burton with U-Ball.
Oh, okay.
It would clean up
could
real
just be all
quick.
like Tim Burton.
It would be real
I don't know,
quick.
with the way Tim Burton goes nowadays, it's like, why is everything so colorful? Like, chill out. It's like, I
Like
want
he
to
sort
see...
of swung the other direction
Yeah.
from like
His
Nightmare.
wife.
They were never together.
Do the Saw
They
video
had
games.
nickel and dime, and then she would just... They didn't even want to be together anymore. That's their kids' names. I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
Helena and
Tim Burton?
and Tim.
Yeah, it's like nickel and dime. That's their kids' names.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he names kids in movies all that go together, right? Like Lock, Stock, and Barrel in Nightmare.
Yeah.
So Nickel and Dime.
Yeah, but they
actually
were
makes
never
sense to me.
married. They just
I
like...
know they weren't, but like, just to like, we have the like you live together 10 years. Common law. We have common law marriage here. Other
You and
states
Bree?
have it too.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, you just meant us living in the state. Oh, okay. You meant this. Gotcha.
In general,
Yeah.
Steve-O. Steve-O's got a one-track pen, y'all.
Bree is right, says Ramon Penguin about Evil Within. No, Ramon, no. How high? How could you do this to me?
We agree.
Okay, I
too
still
much.
need a movie for Uwe Boll to direct. I would like Uwe Boll to direct.
It's really hard to think
God,
of
that's
one.
tough. Because I need something that I want him to ruin. Something
Evolve.
that I want him... Evolve? That's That's actually very good.
Yeah.
I would...
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. Luigi's Mansion, Final Fantasy X.
Could you imagine those monkeys? They would, oh god, they probably look like Planet of the Apes, like the old one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be so bad. They'd all look like Janet Jackson and whatnot. I'd be like, Jesus, this is such a bad movie.
That fan cam question is actually really good because it actually goes very well with this topic today. No, I'm going to go with... oh, he did direct Dead or Alive. That was an Uwe Boll film. The Dead or Alive movie was Uwe Boll.
Oh god, I had no idea.
Yeah, that was him.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
Oh man.
And what's her name? Preston? Oh, what's her first name? She tried her heart. Like every time you watch one of these movies, there's someone who's trying. Mm-hmm. And you're like, God bless you. I appreciate you doing your best out there, kid.
Why did you go with him?
I'm racking because I want to give a really good answer, and I'm trying to get through this so we can end, but I very desperately want to have a good answer.
Like Evolve was great.
So Evolve was actually a very, very, that was a fantastic choice. Probably something multiplayer. I know what it is. The PUBG movie.
Yeah, it would be so bad.
Yeah. Because there's going to be a PUBG movie. And it's going to try to be good and it's going to not be.
Yeah.
And so I think if you
There's gonna be a PUBG movie?
Well, I'm just assuming because it's popular that there will be. And so just trash it and it'll be fine. And I'm not going to worry about it. Uwe Boll during PUBG, it's going to suck. I'll spend, $5.75 on it. I'll go to a matinee. Is that your impression of me? Oh, guys, join us next week for the pre-recorded podcast meetup event. We make a superhero. We create superheroes and then make a superhero team, like from scratch. Names and all.
Does it have to be legitimate? Because I totally will be Hammer Girl.
No, you come up with the most fantastical crap you want.
Nathan Fillion will be on my chest.
But it was super fun, and there's a bunch of guests from a bunch of different podcasts. So come back then. I'm rushing my words. Anyway, my name is Steven.
Bree.
Lauren.
And we'll see you guys next week.